All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rukak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and the others, great millstone, learn his truth, peace and salutations. Let's be unto the elect of Israel, the elect of the Most High. So, the scripture say in Hosea, the 14th chapter, the Lord will be the dew unto Israel. Right now, the white man has the fatness of the earth, but it says in Psalms 110 that people shall be willing in the day that power has the dew of the morning, that has to do with that youth. Okay, so when we look at dew, the word dew itself says water vapor deposited from the atmosphere by condensation, especially during the night. All right. The Lord's watering his people, all right, building us up to the point where we'll become as gods on the earth, knowing both good and evil. Right. But the white man, through his philosophy, try to accelerate the process, of his wicked left-hand side way. But during the garden, that Faustian pact that was made with him and our women, see, that's called adultery, by the way, too. Because your woman's not supposed to go around your back and make deals with other men. Uh, so it's a whole. That's why Scripture says let all things be that decently in order. All right, she was supposed to go to Adam, first, and say, "Hey, not jump around." Like when the kids get abducted by the ice cream truck because they didn't go and ask their daddy. Can they go and tell your dad that there's a man, and then your dad goes with you so you don't get abducted. Same thing with the woman. The woman needs to be supervised by you. The Most High is supervising his woman, Israel, and he's going to drop down that dew upon us. Okay. Genesis 27, verse 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, "Come near, kiss me, my son." And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him and said, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field, which the Lord hath blessed. Okay. Now it says, therefore, the Most High give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. And be Lord over thy brethren. And thy mother's sons bow down to thee, and cursed be everyone that cursed thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee. So that's why it says that the nations shall cleave unto the skirt of him that there's a Jew, saying, "Let us follow you, or let us be with you, for we heard that God is with you. We heard that the Most High is with you. Your people shall be willing day that power." Right? Right now, it looks like God has forsaken you, black men. It look like that's why your woman ain't messing with you. Oh, God ain't with this guy. The Most High has left this man. Let me go to the white man. It look like the white man, God is with him. But the Most High will never abolish the posterity of his elect. See, this is why such a beautiful thing to be in this faith and this knowledge. As a brother would say, "Brother, we have this truth. Brother, we have this truth." Okay, it says Wisdom of Solomon 11 and verse 19. Actually 19. It says, "Whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Yeah, without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breath of thy power. But thou hast ordered all things in measure, number, and weight." The Lord is numbering all things, or ordering all things in measure, number, and weight. And according to his measure, number, and weight, Israel is the most heaviest on that scale. When all things are weighed in the balance, right? When the Lord weighs your sins in the balance, he sees your charity, he sees your wickedness. That's why it says charity covers multitude of sins. The Lord sent his son to pay for the tab of the Israelites, which is the heaviest tab. We built up a heavy tab of sins and wickedness and all that. But even with all that, the Most High seen us as um, He's seen us as valuable or righteous to bestow His name upon. I should say He bestowed his word upon you for He's seeing a goodness in you, a pure people, right, above the nations of the earth, right. That's why He gave you His law and made a covenant with your people, and established a law in Jacob, bind the testimony amongst my disciples. Isaiah 8:16, right, amongst my people Israel. I'm gonna give my secrets to my servants, the prophets. I'm gonna give my blessings. All it's all gonna be onto you. The other nations, they're weighed as little dust of the balance, right? The Lord gonna order all things in number, measure, and weight, according to the number of the children of Israel. 12,000 at each tribe. Revelation 7 chapter. 12 gates, 144 cubits. All right. So on and so forth. 21st verse. Wisdom of Solomon 11:21. For thou canst show thy great strength at all times when thou wilt. Who may withstand the power of thy arm? Who may withstand the power of the Most High? For the whole world before thee as a little grain of the balance. Yeah, as a drop of the morning dew that falleth down before the earth. But thou hast mercy upon all, for thou canst do all things, and winkest at the sins of men, because they should amend. And we're making amends now to the Father. Right? For thou lovest all things that are. That's why it says work your work, be times. Sirach 51. 24th verse. For thou lovest all things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made. For never wouldest thou make anything if thou hatest it. Ooh, 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 ooh. The Christian might come across this and say, look, the Most High don't hate anything that He made. Yes, He does. Romans 9 and 13. Yes, He does. He hates. Okay, but what does this mean? Okay, what does this mean? The $1,000,000 question. What does it mean? The Christian, you figure it out, Christian. Let's figure it out, Christian. And you tell us what it means. The Most High don't contradict Himself. 25th verse. Okay. And how could anything have endured if it not had been thy will, or been preserved if not called by thee? But thou sparest all, Lord, for they are thine, O Lord, thy lover of souls. Yes, the Lord loves the souls of the Israelites. He created three classifications of men: Israelites, sons of God, sons of the men, the other nations, and the sons of men, the other nations, yeah, and sons of the wicked, which are you devils. The spirit of Cain that's put in you that you devils have. We just live in a civilized world, so-called, where you got laws and shit. You can't kill this person. You can't do that. You can't do this. People go to college and they go to university and they read and they study and they feel like they're civilized. But deep down inside, they still got that demonic nigger hatred that they have for you in the ancient world. As the Romans. The Romans still are the Romans. They're just going by different names and there's a modern they're modernized. They're wearing three-piece suits instead of centurion garments. They don't wear Greek sandals no more. They're wearing Sperry's, and they're wearing Hoka shoes. Everybody wear Hoka shoes now, man. Or they might wear some Asics, you know. Or if they want to be cool, they wear some black people shoes like Nike and all them. Nike, those are black people shoes. Even though Whitey produces them, those are Air Jordans. What they call, I don't even like saying Air Jordans. That's a white term. Okay, Air. All that shit is nigger culture, man. Nike Techs and all that shit. That's Jake. But anyway, Hosea 14:1. O Israel, return to the Lord, for thou hast fallen by thine iniquity. Take with you words and turn to the Lord and say to Him, take away our iniquity and receive us graciously, for we will render the calves of our lips, the sacrifice of your lips. Assure shall not save us, and we will not ride upon horses. Neither will we say any more to the work of our hands, ye are our guides. For in thee the fatherless find mercy. In thee the fatherless find mercy. In the world you shall have tribulation, but with me you shall have rest. Okay, we're gonna have rest. In the world we're gonna have tribulation. In the world we're gonna have deceit. In the world we're gonna have trickery. In the world we're gonna have lies. But it said John 16:32, behold, the hour cometh, and now is come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone, and yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things I have spoken unto you, that ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. Yeah, be of good cheer, because I've overcome these Romans already. I already came these white people. These white people are nothing. These other nations are nothing. They're of the drop of the balance. They're like spittle that falls from a bucket, like a drop that falls from a bucket. Man, the Lord is control of them. If a man's way please the Lord, make his enemies be at peace with him. The Lord control these crackers to the point where they can't touch you unless the Lord allows it. And even if they do, it's to fulfill His purpose. So don't fret. Fret not, for the Lord gonna give the morning due to us and increase us and give us back our collagen and give us back our fucking our never ending lives. Our actual lives. Everlasting life, I should say. Better yet, it says Hosea 14:4. I will hear their backsliding, and I will love them freely. Okay, without price, without money. The Lord chose you before you was even created. Okay, let that sink in very deep up in there, man. There's nothing that you did. It's the spirit the Lord created. He said He loved all the spirits He created, right? Even Esau, which He hates. He created him to be the devil. The Lord created the devil for the day of wrath, right? So the Lord created you for the day of vengeance. The Lord created you to run the earth, to be one of His sons. Behold, 1 John 3, what manner of love the Father had bestowed upon us. Well, Hosea 14:4. I would therefore hear their backslidings, and I will love them freely, for my anger is turned away from him. And I will be as the dew unto Israel, and he shall grow as the lily, and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. His branch shall spread, meaning his people gonna spread throughout the earth. We ain't gonna be, but actually, as we spread, because we've been multiplied, fruitful, but we're gonna be in position of rulership. It's not the same. Like, for instance, you could come to America with a company backing you, and you get a visa, you get all kind of shit. If you're working for, let's say, Merck, or let's say you're working for I don't know, one of these German British companies. Let's say you're working for Boeing or some shit. You come over here, it's different if you come over here as a refugee. You come over there with the backing of a multinational company. They're gonna give you whatever you want. They're gonna set you up with a house. They're gonna set your kids with school. They're gonna take care of you. You come over here as a refugee. I mean, you can probably get raped in one of these little facilities. That's Jake. Our people are scattered all over the place with no backing of no institutions backing you. Like, no, your government is weak as hell. It got no bargaining power. The Venezuelan government ain't got no bargaining power with the Americans. You come over here, nigga, that's on your accord. That's on your accord. But if you come with the backing of a multinational corporation, that's money that you're investing in the country. So these people are gonna welcome you with open arms. When we spread for our branches, we're gonna come with the backing of the Most High Yahweh Bashem El Shai wherever we go. So basically, you're gonna be the people gonna open their arms to you. The world going, you're gonna go up there and establish the provinces of Israel, man. You establishing settlements wherever you go. You planting the flag of Israel. That's called conquering. You can't conquer as being a slave, in this society. So we're gonna spread forth our branches, right? We're gonna grow as the lily, and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. Our roots gonna be throughout the whole earth. His branch shall be spread. Romans the 11th chapter, right? The branches that's grafted in, well, they're gonna grow and flourish, and they're gonna turn. They ain't gonna be walking around like slaves. They'll be there asking somebody for a visa, asking somebody for a green card, asking somebody, asking the government of Belgium, can you be a refugee there? Can you be a refugee here? You just scattered all over the place with no fathers, with no direction. It says 7th verse, Hosea 14:7. They that dwell under his shadow shall return, and they shall revive as the corn and grow as the vine. The scent thereof shall be as the wine of Lebanon. Right, the most precious smells and ointments and the best wine for us, the best of the best. Ephraim shall say, what have I to do with idols anymore? No more Ephraim being joined unto idols or giving his children to the murderer. It says, I have heard him and observed him, and I'm like a green fir tree From me is thy fruit found. Who is wise, and he shall understand these things? Prudent, and he shall know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the just shall walk in them. But the transgressor shall fall therein. Yeah, the wicked of our people, they have no vision. Where the people have no vision, the people fail. Where there's no vision, the people fail. And here goes, um, all you niggas in the church, all you that refuse this truth. So, anyways, Deuteronomy 33 and 13, it says, and of Joseph he said, blessed of the Lord be his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew, for the deep that coucheth beneath, for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon, for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, and for the precious things of the earth and the fullness thereof, for the good will of him that dwelt in the bush, let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and on top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren, that was sold into slavery. Joseph was sold into slavery by his brethren because that's because under the curses, our people are jealous of each other. Like Benji would say, red eye, right? Like they would say, right? That's what happened to Joseph. He was sold into captivity, Genesis 37 chapter, and they sold his brother. No, because the dream was that Joseph had a dream with the coat, right? With his coat, and the dream was his brothers were bowed to him, right? But his brothers conferred amongst themselves and had him sold into slavery, because that's how Jake is. Okay, because you as a people is a wicked people. Okay, they have curses on them. That's why they can't look at each other as like, that's my brother, and really he means well for me. And you know, they don't know how to talk to each other. They got this, Ephraim against the Judah against Ephraim, and all this, Isaiah 11:13, right? So that's just the condition of this uh current situation here, in Babylon. But it says, for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, and for the precious things of the earth and the fullness thereof, for the good will of him that dwelt in the bush, let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and on the top of him that separated from his brethren. See, his glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and horns are like the horns of a unicorn. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth, for there are the 10,000s of Ephraim and the thousands of Manasseh. And of Zebulun he said, rejoice and thy going out, Zebulun, and Issachar, and thy tents, for they shall call the people onto the mountains, and there they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of the treasures hid in the sand. Yes, you're going to take the people's spoils. And Gad said, he blessed be he that enlarged Gad, for he shall dwell as a lion and tear the arm with the crown of the head. All right. So this is the future. The precious things gonna belong to us again. The whole earth, for that matter. But the Most High has to show you how to run things. How wickedness goes. What happens when y'all fight amongst each other? What happens when y'all love each other? What happens when you keep the laws? And things of that nature. So Proverbs 19 and verse 12 says, the king's wrath is as a roaring lion, but his favor is as dew upon the grass. So the Lord's favor is ultimately going to make us to spring forth as that lily. To obtain that favor, you must kiss the sun lest he be angry, right? To obtain that favor, one must kiss the sun. To obtain that favor, one must do the will of his Lord, which your people have not been doing for the past, from times immemorial. Hell, ever since you got on the earth, basically, you've been going off transgression and being a demon. You've been being a demon. So it says, seek him 10 times more, man. Sirach 43 and verse 20, it says, when the cold north wind bloweth, and the water is congealed into ice, it abideth upon every gathering together of water, and clotheth the water as it was with a breastplate. It devoureth the mountains and burneth the wilderness and consumeth the grass as fire. It says, a present remedy of all is a mist coming speedily, a dew coming after heat refresheth. By his counsel he appeaseth the deep and planteth islands therein. And they that sail on the sea tell of the danger thereof. And when we hear it with our ears, we marvel thereat. For therein be strange and wondrous works, variety of all kinds of beasts and whales created. By him the end of them have prosperous success. See, by the Lord, the end of them have prosperous success. And by his word, all things consist. By the word of the Lord, all things consist. We may speak much and yet come short, wherein in some he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works. The Lord is very great and very terrible, and marvelous is his power. When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet he will far exceed. When you exalt him, put forth all your strength, be half-assed with it, and be not weary when you can, for you can never go far enough. Who have seen him that he may tell us? Who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hid greater things than these, for we have seen but a few of his works. I have not seen, ear have not heard the things the Lord had prepared for him that loved him. All right, 1 Corinthians, 2nd chapter. And this marvelous, miraculous truth and this knowledge is only hidden for a few. So, you know, it's actually a beautiful thing that you are that you're not readily accessible to the masses, because fame and all that shit comes with a lot of pitfalls and shit. And the more people know about this truth, the more they try to, destroy. That's why the Lord kept it precious only amongst a few. He told Ezra to publish the books that he was writing down with the scribes. He said, publish unto those that be like unto thee. Keep the 70 others to thyself, right? Basically, publish amongst the people to those that be like thee. The few that be like thee, man. Only a few that's like you, bro. You know. The angel told him, don't give this to everybody. Okay. The scriptures say one that is just is better than 1,000, man. Okay. Sirach 16th chapter. Because this truth, this most precious holy truth, is only for a few, man. It's only for a very few. Second is the 14th chapter. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's actually a good thing that and that's the Lord's wisdom that he didn't give this to everyone, That's all of the Lord. Everything is of the Lord, man. 2 14 and verse 41, it says, and my mouth was open and shut no more. And the highest gave understanding unto the 5 men, and they wrote the wonderful visions of the night they were told, which they knew not. And they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day and night they ate bread. As for me, I spake in the day, and I held not my tongue by night. In 40 days they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass when the 40 days were filled that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written published openly, that the worthy and unworthy might read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise amongst the people. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And so did I. So did I. So you do. So you cast not your pearls before these swine. The rivers of living water are for those that are worthy of them. Those that be worthy of her name. Right. Back in Proverbs 19 and 12, right? Let me read the 13th verse. It says, a foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are continually dropping. House and riches are the inheritance of a father, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. Slothfulness cast into deep sleep, and idle soul shall suffer hunger. He that keepeth the commandment keepeth his own soul, but he that despises his way shall die. right? So a foolish son is the calamity of his father, and our people are astonished. So he didn't give this to them. He gave this to a few, and them that be like the Esdras, you know. And he give it to everybody, man. If he wanted everybody, he would have called everyone, man. All right. The Most High is very terrible and very great. Sirach 43 and 29. Marvelous is his power. When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet he will far exceed. When you exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for you can never go far enough. Who have seen him that he might tell us? Who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hid greater things than these, for we have seen but a few of his works. For the Lord hath made all things, and to the godly hath he given wisdom. To the godly hath he given wisdom, to the godly he hath given the dew of heaven. All right. The increase, the watering. Okay, Isaiah chapter 26 and 19. Thy dead men shall live together with my body, shall they arise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust. For thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, and hide thyself as it were for a moment, until the indignation be overpassed, right? Right? Because you're supposed to awake and sing, right? You that were in confusion and dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, you're being healed, and the earth shall cast out the dead. And come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation overpass. Thy hiding place is going to be the Lord and them ships. The hiding place from that indignation that's coming. For behold, from the fierce wrath, behold, the Lord coming out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disgrace her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Yep. So Hosea chapter 13 and it says verse 2. And now they sin more and more, and have made them molten images of silver, and idols according to their own understanding. Lean not upon your own understanding, right? And all of it the work of the craftsmen. They say of them, let the men that sacrifice kiss the calves. Therefore they shall be as the morning cloud, as the early dew that passeth away, as the chaff that is driven with a whirlwind out of the floor, as the smoke of the chimney. Yeah, you're gonna get caught up in this. Okay. Yet I am the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai from the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me. For there is no Savior besides me. There's no Savior besides me. And I did know thee in the wilderness, in the land of great drought. According to their pasture, so were they filled. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. Therefore, they have forgotten me. Was it Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked? Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. That's how it goes. Yeah, Deuteronomy 32 and 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked the upright. You know, the sons of the upright waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxed fat, thou art grown thick, and thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook God which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why you can't have your own lands. You can't do your own thing, because you forsaken the power source, man. According to their pasture, that's how I'm gonna treat you. So were they filled, they were filled with their heart was exalted, therefore they have forgotten me. Therefore I will be unto them as a lion, and as a leopard, by the way I will observe them. And the Lord watching you. The Lord's watching all your ways. You forgot about me, nigga. You forgot about me. You forgot about me. I'm the one that made. I made you. You know, it's like you know what I'm saying, like Chris Brown tell Karuchi, bitch, I made you. Yeah, nobody knew you before me. Exactly, right. The Lord made you. The Lord made you popular amongst the nations. The Lord made you beautiful. The Lord, the one that gave you your career. Without the Lord, you wouldn't be shit. And here it is, you go over there prancing around. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Look how beautiful I am. Nigga, shut up before I take your hair. And shut up before I take your children. And shut up before I take all your possessions, man. Okay? Like the scripture say, acknowledge the workmaster, man. You know, one of the things that piss a man off the most is that's disrespect. you acting like, you know what I'm saying, the nigga don't exist. You don't acknowledge him. You don't give him his just due, his place. That's like you know, that's like the modern day world. You know, you're basically invisible. You know, you men have become invisible. That's how you treat the Lord, like he's invisible. The Lord is all around you. Yes, you can't see him. The scriptures say the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. John 4. So in 22, 23, 22, I believe, it says, the time will come when the true worshipers worship the Father in spirit and truth. The Most High is all around you, and he's speaking all around you, you know. But the people will require a sign, right? They want to see the clouds open up, and they want to see some, you know, they want to see the actual, okay, you're going to see the actual clouds open up. You're going to see black men descending, so-called dark-skinned men, the angels going, descending, ascending and descending, okay? Because you're going to see the clouds, the ships come down and beam up so-called Negro, Latino American men, women, and children that believe, you know, which is a crazy concept to these people. But anyways, I will meet them as a bear. Hosea 13:8, like Mystical said, when you see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. The stones of the field shall be in league with us. The beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You know? So the Lord's going to meet you as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps. Okay. And he will rent the caul of their heart, and they will devour like a lion. There I will devour like a lion. The wild beast shall tear them. Right? If you're on the Lord's good side, if you're in the Lord's good graces, the Lord will make them beasts to be at peace with you. Right now, you get treated like that movie, The Remnant, not The Revenant, The Revenant, with Leonardo DiCaprio, where the bear was whooping this nigga's ass. Yeah. That was a great movie. That was the first time they gave that man an Oscar. He deserved an Oscar a long time ago, but that was the first time they gave that man an Oscar. You know, when he fought that bear, and the bear was kicking his ass, man. The bear was fucking him up. Hey, but in the kingdom, the bear's gonna give you a hug. When the Lord gives us our favor back and gives us our due back, our just due. Okay, that's a double entendre. When you when the Lord gives us back our favor and our due, the animal gonna come and hug you, man. The bear gonna come and give you a kiss on the cheek. My king, how can you want to ride? You want to ride to wherever you need to go? You want to ride? You could ride on my back. You know, submission. Okay, true submission, bro. The earth, the elements shall submit to you, man. You know, oh, the women, they just gonna be like, you know, yes, whatever you want, dude. In this world, you know, they're programmed to be fucking rebellious. You know, to run away from you when you, hey, what's going on there? No. Unless you pull up in some Maybach, now the bitches are, now she's like, oh my God, she come to you. See, like honey attracting the honeys, like bee, you know, pull up, you know, let you be chief keeper when these niggas, oh, daddy, you know, they just thinking about prosperity and future. All right. So Hosea 13:9. It says, "O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself. Ooh, but in me is thine help. O Israel, thou hast destroyed yourself. You did this to yourself. You know, when you get a divorce from your husband and then you want to go back to him, bitch, you did that to yourself. You didn't want to humble down. Okay, the girl, she didn't want to so-called have be another. She didn't want to. Oh, you had a mistress. Why would you leave a great man, because the man had another woman? That's the dumbest fucking shit that you could ever do. How difficult is it to find a great man? How difficult is it? How difficult is it for you to be the Lord's chosen people? The Lord created all these things, and here it is. You're gonna turn your back because the Lord said one thing, you know, or because the Lord, you know, whatever, you know, same thing. Like that's like you have this great power over you. You have a great man, and oh, I'm gonna leave this guy because, you know, he decided to dibble and dabble with another woman. That's dumb. You're doing it to yourself. How are you gonna find another man like that man? Please tell me. It's gonna be very hard to find a great man just like the husband that you got, right? But it's not good enough. Oh, Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself, right? But in me is thine help. Okay. I will be thy king. The grass is not greener on the other side. You finally find that out, right? You finally discovered that the other nations don't love you. The other nations don't care for you. Having a king is not all that great as you thought it would. You know, it wasn't that great. You see the other nations, and you was jealous of them. I will be thy king, and where is any other that may save thee in all thy cities? Okay, where is another man that's gonna care for you like your husband? That's gonna understand you. That's gonna put up with your bullshit. Other niggas are not gonna do that. They're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna say, "Fuck you. You ain't my girl. You ain't this. You ain't that. You coming all what the hell? They don't care for you like that. Okay, I'll be that king. All they want to do is smash and pass. Okay, that's what these nations want to do to you: smash you and pass you. It says, "Where is another that might save thee in all thy cities, and thy judges of whom thou sayest, give me a king and princes? I gave thee a king in my anger, and took him away in my wrath. The iniquity of Ephraim is bound up, his sin is hid. The sorrows of a travailing woman shall come upon him, and he is as an unwise son." That's right, because you don't understand what you got. You don't understand that your dad, you lucky to have a dad that really cares for you. I fucking hate my dad. Nigga, at least you got a dad, bro, that cares for you. You know how many people out there got no fathers, don't even know who their daddy is? You know? That's why Skip say, whatever you have, be content therewith. It says, the sorrows of a travailing woman shall come upon him. He is an unwise son, for he shall not stay long in the place of breaking forth of children. I will ransom them from the power of the grave. I will redeem you. Deuteronomy 28:68. All right, I'll buy you back. I will redeem them from death. O death, I'll be thy plagues. O grave, I'll be thy destruction. That's was told to you on 1 Corinthians 15. O death, where's thy sting? All right. Repentance shall be hid from mine eyes. Though he be fruitful among his brethren, east wind shall come. The wind of the Lord shall come up from the wilderness, and his spring shall become dry, and his fountain shall be dried up. He shall spoil the treasure of all pleasant vessels. That's why you're in Puerto Rico and you can't you're not very rich, even though you're in a rich place. You're not very rich because the Lord has taken your substance. His spring is become dry, and your fountains are dried up. He shall spoil the treasure of all pleasant vessels. Samaria shall become desolate, for she have rebelled against her God. When you go back to the history, our people dwelt there. That's why that woman came from Samaria, from the well, right? She was like, "Oh, our fathers worshipped in this mountain." Your fathers wasn't worshiping the right way because your fathers wasn't Israelites. That's what the Lord told her. She said, "Woman, you had 5 husbands, and your fathers were Sumerians, not actual Israelites. Just because your people dwelt amongst the Israelites, don't mean that your people were Israelites." Okay, distinction. The Lord said a distinction. Now, anyway, Samaria become desolate, for she have rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword, their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped apart. Okay, that's what the Lord said. The Lord will bring a nation upon you who shall not pity old or young or her that is with child, man. They don't care. They don't care if you got a baby. Human rights. That's a modern day term. You know why people care about human rights and know what's right and wrong? Because the cameras are on now. People have documented evidence of everything that's going on. So yes, it's outrageous for you to kill a bunch of people on while the cameras are on. Once slavery is going on, there's no evidence. There's nobody filming it. You got some accounts here and there, but hey, nobody knows the what actually truly went on. You're not documenting, filming it. Now you can see every audio trace. Now you can see the cop with the neck, the foot on the guy's neck. Now you can see all the racism in HD 4K. You can see all the fucked up shit that goes on. That's why the white man tries to hide his ways, of today with closet racism and all this shit, But nobody can forget what has happened. The Lord said he required that which was past. Hosea 6:1. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days, he will revive us. After 2,000 years, the Lord been away for 2,000 plus years. After 2 days, he will revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Okay. And then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord. His goings forth is prepared as the morning. It shall come unto us as the rain, and as the latter and former rain on earth. O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, and as the early dew it goeth away. Yeah, because you lean upon your own understanding. If you continue upon me, if you will continue in my ways, the dew will never stop. You ain't got to go drink Mountain Dew. Okay? You niggas that drinking Mountain Dew, the dew's not upon you, man. That's a video. That's a lesson. Hey, but anyways, man, the fifth verse says, therefore I have showed them by the prophets. Yeah, even something so little as that means you don't have understanding. You fucking drinking Mountain Dew all day. You go to the store and you got niggas drinking Mountain Dew all day. That means you don't have the dew of heaven. The Most High is not pouring his spirit on you. You know? That's why, like the brother said right here, passing the laws to say you can't preach against smite. Yeah. The laws are not being kept. Our laws are not being kept. The law is slacked. You know? So, here it is. You got this devil passing his laws. He got you keeping his laws. Instead of you worried about the laws of the Lord, you keeping his laws. And his law says, yeah, you go ahead and do what you want to do. That keeps you far away from the Father. Eat what you want to eat, do what you want to do. When you drop dead of diseases, just go to the clinic or go to, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just take out life insurance on your family and shit. And then when your daddy dies, you get a cash out check of 500,000. And we take about 60% of it. But it's cool though. No, because they don't look at you as people. They want you to look. They look at you as property. They don't look at you as an individual, as some valuable, as a person with feelings and emotions and shit. You're just a number. You're just prisoner number, whatever your social security is, 7776009, whatever. The prison code number is the social security, the birth certificate, and the driver license. Those are part of your identification to the white man, to the owner, to the slave owner. That's why even in Rome they was doing that. They had, give me your ID, and the guy, I forget his name, the warrior who couldn't die. He was like, no, you don't talk to me like that. I'm a free man. I'm a free man. He got into it with the centurion was about to put his knife to his neck, and they were like, no, it's cool, it's cool. Just give him your ID, give him your paper. Where is your papers? They're asking you for your identification. It said Hosea 6:4. O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is a morning cloud, and the early deweth goeth away, as the early deweth goeth away. Therefore have I showed them by the prophets. I showed you by the prophets, and I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. For I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of the Most High more than burnt offerings. Okay, I need you to get right within yourselves. Okay, I don't need you to fucking offer me a bunch of turtle doves and stuff. I need you to get right within yourself. I need you to start caring for each other. I need you to look at each other as if that was the Lord, because that's the Lord. That's a small inkling of the kingdom. When you start looking at each other as, yeah, that's the Lord right there. That's my brother. My brother got the spirit of the Father in him, and like I do. So when you start looking at each other like that, you don't kill each other. You don't murder each other. You don't pop that man's woman, because the Lord's watching me, and the Lord's within me, and the Lord's within him, and the Lord's within that woman too. So if I'm popping the Lord, I'm being wicked. I'm being evil. When I'm sometimes you stare at Jake and they get mad at you, but it's because you see the Lord in them, man. You're just looking at them like that. The Lord is in. It's rude to stare, right? But sometimes you see the Lord, like the Lord is in that individual, deep up in there, man. But he's there. He's there. Hosea 6 and verse 7. But they, like men, have transgressed the covenant. They have dealt treacherously against me. Yeah, that's why the Most High is going to change us into a angelical being, because as men, you lie, you cheat, you steal. As men, you transgress the covenant. That's why the Lord we're going to become as the Lord is. The Lord is not a man anymore. The Lord is a power, a spirit. And we're going to get celestial bodies where we may dwell, you know what I'm saying, on this earth. But as long as we're in the fleshly state as men, you're going to commit mistakes and go off. But they, like men, have transgressed the covenant. They have dealt treacherously against me. Gilead is a city of them that work iniquity and is polluted with blood. Okay, you're filthy and polluted here. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. Right? As troops of robbers wait for a man, so the company of priests murder by way of consent, for they commit lewdness. I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel. There is whoredom of Ephraim, for Israel is defiled. That's right. Also, Judah, he set an harvest for thee when I return for the captivity of my people. All right. Freedom, freedom. You know, like the man said when he got freed from the slave in the book of Clarence. He said, freedom, freedom. You're not truly free until you get up out of here, man. Until you leave this body. You know, we're free in the mind because we're not trapped by the ways of this world and the bullshit and lies, deceit. But at the end of the day, our bodies are still captive, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Job chapter 38 and verse 24. It says, by what way is light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? Who have divided a water course for the overflowing of waters, or for a way for the lightning of thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth where is no man, on the wilderness where there is no man, to satisfy the desolate waste, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth? Hath the rain a father, or who have begotten the drops of dew? Out of the womb came the ice. Onto the womb came the ice, and the hoary frost of heaven. Who have generated it? The Most High, right? Because the Lord's going to ask a lot of questions in the 38 and 39 verse. He's talking to Job, and he's expounding onto him in a parabolic form. Who did, it says right here, right? It says 31st verse. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Can you loose the bands of the constellations of the stars? I, the Lord, do all these things, right? So that's why the Lord said, I require mercy rather than sacrifice. I require you to follow me, to obey, right? Rather than you trying to do your own will, sacrificing this and that. And then look, just obey, bro. Just obey the creator, man. Just the easiest way, Arkham raises, just the most simple. That's why it says, seek the Lord in simplicity of heart, which that means in an obedient mindset. Can you know the ordinance of heaven, Job 33rd verse? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? Canst thou lift up the voice of the clouds? The abundance of waters may cover thee. Canst thou send lightnings that they may go and say unto them, here we are? When the Lord says the lightning bolts shall go forth, the lightning bolts turn around and say, here we are, Lord. What do you want us to do? But here it is, a nigga is saying, no, I don't want to do this, Lord. I don't want to go out there and teach. Lord, but everything else obeys the Lord will, except you niggas. You just over there, fuck that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, be a father. I don't want to be a mother. I want to deal with what I want to do. That's why everything must work decently in order, right? Everything must be done. The nigga is just chaotic. Chaos is opposite to order. Chaos is what you see in this goddamn society. Nothing but chaos. Just pure chaos, man. Amongst our people. Chaos. The Lord said that he's going to come back to bring order on earth. Right? Who is he going to find in a faithful, orderly spirit, serving the Father and doing the work? The election, right? Believing in faith, because those are the only people that's worth saving, amongst his people. Everybody else is a fucking chaotic mess. At least you're trying. At least you are ordering your conversation right. That's the difference between you and the rest of Israel. The rest of Israel is not ordering their conversation right. They're doing what they want to do. So, anyways, Psalms 133 and verse 1, a song of David. Behold, a song of the degrees of David. Behold, how the Most High, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity, like as the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garment. As the dew of Hermon, as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For the Lord commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. That dew is going to fall upon us, and we're going to be in unity and order, right? Upon the mountains of Zion, upon the government of Israel, right? The government of a prudent man is well ordered, right? That dew is going to fall upon our heads to the point where we are going to be walking around like Aaron with long glowing beards and, you know, majesty and power. And, you know, as long as you learn to dwell amongst each other in peace and unity, and y'all learn to talk to each other, and y'all learn to, you know, reason. Scripture say, present your strong reasons, debate your cause with our neighbor, right? And that day we ain't gonna have to debate nothing, because we're all gonna be on one accord. We ain't gonna have to say, oh well, you know what, maybe you should have said that a certain way, maybe you shouldn't have said this, maybe you should have did this a different way. You know, man ain't gonna come at you sideways. You know, and there's not gonna be nothing like that. It's just gonna be straight, perfect order. And as long as we're in America, nothing could be perfect. The scripture say your righteousness is as filthy rags. That's why it says that you're under grace, because everything in this place is polluted. Everything, including you, including us, including me. You know, so, you know, we do the best that we can through the Spirit. You know, and we pray to the Lord that He may find us acceptable. Walk worthy of the vocation that you have been called. Ephesians 4:1. Right. So, you know, we do what we can through the Spirit. You know, but when the Lord comes, all things shall be made whole. Now, Zechariah 8:1, it says, and again, the word of the Lord of hosts came unto me, saying, thus saith the Lord of armies, of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion. Yes, just like a jealous man for his woman. Why are you jealous and controlling? Yes, the Lord is jealous and controlling over his woman. Yes, yes, indeed. Because that's his possession. If a man beget a wife, he beget possession. Sirach 36:22. Where are you at? Why are you not home at 12? Where the fuck you at? You in the club at 12 in the morning. Where is this woman at? Ain't she supposed to be with you? What is she supposed to be doing? Your woman's supposed to be joined onto you. Like Levi. The word said, the Lord said, Levi is joined onto me, right? Yo, that's the Lord's woman, Israel. You know, join unto me. Where is she at? Why is she in the street playing a harlot? You know, that's disorder. Third verse, I am returned unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And in Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mount of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain, the government, where that dew's falling upon. Psalms 133:3. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old man dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. Yes, that's an Israelite tradition to have staffs, to have long garments down to the foot. First Ezra, the first chapter, it says that the priests had long garments, man, with the border blue down at the bottom to remind you of keeping the laws. Okay, meat trees, things of that nature. These were all Israelite customs, man. A fucking hat is a heathenistic custom, which the Greekish fashion taught you. Just like that damn naked gym, they taught you to be up there and there being all an Olympian. You know, they taught you to be like that, to wear hats and to get tattoos and to do all this crazy shit. You know, so our niggas love hats. What the fuck that got to do with us? We wasn't walk around, you know, with baseball hats all day long and shit. You know, yeah, that's cool. It is what it is. But now while we're teaching, you know, that these are accessories of the world. You know what I mean? Anyway, Zechariah 8 and verse 5. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets. And in today's world, you ain't got that. You ain't got boys and girls playing in the streets. We used to play in the streets, bro. You know? Yeah, that's right. That's right. We used to play in the streets back in the day, man. We used to play in them streets. We used to be out there playing in the streets, bro, as kids, football and shit, all kind of. And nowadays, you don't even, these kids don't even play outside because it's too dangerous. They got they got their heads stuck up the iPad or the little phone or whatever it is that they play. You know, they don't play outside no more. And in the kingdom, we're gonna be playing. You know, yeah, it's gonna be safe. Ain't no school shooters, no fucking, you know what I'm saying, no pedophiles and shit, ice cream trucks coming and taking your kids and, you know, all this kind of shit, man. Ain't what's that clown, Art the Clown, or what's the other clown from It? What's the devil name? Played by Bill Skarsgård, which, by the way, that nigga gotta be a Jake. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that dude is a phenomenal actor, man. That dude's a phenomenal actor. A lot of them Irish dudes, a lot of them British guys like Benedict Cumberbatch and all them clowns. Some of them be Jakes, bro. Some of them do be Jakes because they are talented, man. You see them white boys. Some of them are talented, man. Like this guy Colin Farrell. That's a talented actor right there, man. Oh, Pennywise the clown. That's right, bro. That's right. Easy. Is right, bro. Zechariah 8 and 6. Okay, it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people, should it also be marvelous in my eyes, saith the Lord? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. This is the west country over here, all the way to the west, the ends of the earth, the west. And I'll bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people. And I'll be their power in truth and in righteousness. Okay, not all people, not at all the world, the equity, and all this bullshit. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, let your hands be strong. Ye that hear in these days these words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. Okay, it says, for before these days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast, neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in because of the affliction. For I said, all men, everyone against his neighbor. Yes, yes. You're in a society and everybody's fighting to survive. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you in traffic, motherfuckers trying to kill you. Yeah, y'all might be talking about y'all, something that happened. Everybody around you, they don't care if people's all right. Like, fuck you. Move. Everybody's an asshole, bro, in the society. And that shit rubs off on you. And that shit, you in the product of your environment, bro. That's why it says arise and depart, for this is not your rest. Because all them demons that these people got on you, they rub off on you. And then that's why you got to have the shield, bro, to the hedge around you, which is just the angels and this truth, the word. Take on the shield of the Most High, and remember applying the scriptures so that you don't become like these niggas, these damn demons. And these because that shit will rub off on you, you get your woman spirit passed on you, you get your goddamn, it's just that's what happens, bro. That's why you gotta elevate and detach from these motherfucking people in Babylon, man. Your family, sometimes you gotta cut niggas off, man. Hey, so I see you later, bro. Anyway, it says Zechariah 8 and verse 10. I set all men, everyone against his neighbor. Yeah. That's called the sword. 11 verse. But now I will be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, said the Lord. For the seed shall be prosperous, and the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase. We're gonna keep the land Sabbath. The earth is gonna give us the best of you're gonna be smelling the best of the earth. It's gonna be giving you the best of her fruit, the best of her vegetables, the best of her harvest. And the heavens shall give their due, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. And it shall come to pass that when you was a curse amongst the nations, amongst the heathen, O house of Judah and O house of Israel, both northern and southern kingdom, I will save you, and it shall be a blessing. Fear not, and let your hands be strong. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, when your fathers pissed me off, okay, I thought to punish you, I thought to destroy you, but for the wrath, my wrath was appeased by my son, Yahushua, and his men. Okay. The examples are in abundance in the scriptures. Moses comes to mind, the Lord is going to destroy Israel. The Lord said, Moses said, no, Lord, these are your people. Remember your word. Remember, have mercy on your people. And the Lord repented because of his servant Moses' sake. I ain't going to kill all these I ain't going to kill them all, because of Moses, because there's yet good in these people, man. There's still something good in them. Even though niggas may be niggas, there's still some good up in there, man. Deep, deep, deep down in there. Deep up in there. That's why scripture say, if a brother be overtaken in the fault, you which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. Because deep down in there may be some good in there. There may be. So Zechariah 8 and verse 13. Let your hands be strong, for thus saith the Lord, as I thought to punish you when your 14 verse, when your fathers provoked me to wrath, said the Lord of hosts, and I repented not. So again, I thought about you in these days. I thought of you in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. I didn't forget you. I didn't forget you, even though you pissed me off. I didn't forget you. You know, I still will have mercy on you and yet choose Israel. Um, these are things that I shall do, that ye shall do. Speak ye every man truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor. And love no false oath, for all these things are those that I hate. So our Lord told you, turn the other cheek, man. Forgive your brother hurt that he's done unto thee. Okay, if you really believe in him, you gotta apply it. Hey, look, shit happened back in the day. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't go back. Can't go back. You know, shit that happened because that's what this truth is all about. Ministry of reconciliation. Y'all becoming cool with the Most High again, and you becoming cool with each other. The Most High ultimately receiving you back, I should say, and y'all becoming, one with the Lord and his son, and then you in with each other, eventually. It says, and the word of the Lord of hosts came on to me saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall come to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before the Lord and to seek the Lord of hosts, for I will go. Yeah, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem to pray before the Lord. If they want to find God himself, they got to come to us, to his people. All right. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold of out of all languages of the nations, even they shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard God is with you. Yes, today's world, they look at you like you ain't shit because God is not really on y'all side like that. They look, but when the Most High is on your side, then everyone's gonna be, yes. The Israelites get great people. Oh my God, these are God's people. These are God's men right there. Those are God's men. Because everyone seek the ruler's favor, man. In Proverbs the 29th chapter, everyone seeks the ruler's favor. You're gonna be the ruler right now. Everybody's seeking Whitey's favor, and you got our people seeking to be Whitey's little boule gatekeeper. You seek those that have the power. Everything in life as you grow up, you find out it's a circumstance of your situation and your social status. Who you date, who you have children with, how the woman perceives you, if she takes you serious or not. A woman don't take your ass serious unless you got some status, unless she sees potential in you. Again, that's just the nature of the business, the nature of the beast. Our status gonna go up as we become the children of the power, and the other nation's status gonna go down. As we go up, they go down. That's a seesaw. All right. The weight of the balance is gonna be weighed as Israel being, the heavier when you step on that scale, when Israel steps on that scale, that's the heavyweight champion, the heavyweight champion of the world, man. Who gonna wear the belt? Booker T gonna wear the belt. Booker T and his brethren gonna wear the belt. Our people, man. It says Haggai 2:5. It says, according to the word that I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you. I have covenanted this word with you, Haggai 2:5. When you came out of Egypt, my spirit remaineth among you. Even when you was in Egypt, my spirit was still with you. That's why I left you Joseph. That's why I left you Moses. That's why I left you Aaron. Okay, my spirit was still there. I didn't just leave you. Yes, I'm pissed off with you, but yes, I was still watching what's going on. Yes, oh, why the Lord allowed me, my people to get killed, nigga? Because you evil. You evil. Why the Lord allowed this? When they were taking Clarence away, his mama was like, they always do that to our babies. They always do that to our babies. Yes, they do. The white man does that to your kids because the Most High allowed it. The Most High allowed this devil to crucify your children and to do all that to you because you provoked the Lord to wrath, man. Okay. So my spirit remain among you, fear ye not. 6th verse. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yeah, once it is a little while, I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land, and I will shake all nations. I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill thy house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith the Lord. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former. Okay, said the Lord of hosts, and in this place I will give peace, said the Lord. So we had glory back then with Solomon, King David, and all these kings, right? But that only lasted for a little while, 40 years of peace. The glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former. The nations knew who we were, so they became confederate to keep you from your power. Because when you're a threat, we have to keep you off your. We have to demean you. We have to demote you. We have to make you feel like you're not important. You see? Because you're a threat. So that's what they did to our people. But the Lord gonna give you back your rightful position. For the 10th verse in the 4th month. Okay, that's the point. That's the point. It's going to something else. Psalms 110 and verse 1. It says, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand, and I'll make thy enemies thy footstool. The Lord shall send the rod of his strength out of Zion, rule thou in the midst of thy enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauty of holiness, from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. All right. When you in power, you're gonna have to do it to youth. The Lord's gonna be sprinkling you, man, all day long, just like the morning. The Lord sprinkles the dew upon the earth so that the animals can eat, the plants can eat, and all that. The Most High is gonna continually sprinkle you. You never have no drought. Scripture speak about us having droughts. As the famine of the word is one of the biggest droughts. Well, here it goes. The Lord has watered you. Apollos have planted, but the Most High has watered, give the increase. The Lord is never going to allow us to fall again. That dew is going to be continually upon us, man. From the womb of the morning that has the dew of thy youth. The Lord have sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Meaning he's bound by his word. He said, you are a nation of kings and priests after the order of Melchizedek. I'm not going to go back and undo what I've already established. I'm not going to go back and change my mind and say, oh, these niggas are too wicked. I'm going to just undo this covenant that I made with them. No. The Lord makes a decision. He stands by his decision. He made these decisions before the world was created. Before ever a man put a step on this earth, the Most High made the decision that his elect, starting with Israel, the elect of Israel, will run this earth and they will be his priests forever. He established this before he created anybody. A single drop on the earth of water came, or animal was on here, or anything happened. Okay. Before anything happened, the Lord already had this in his plan, his grand master design. So it says, the Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge amongst the heathen. He shall fill the places with dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. Yeah, that's right. You damn Arab kings and you little princes, you the Rockefellers, okay, the Chinese, Xi Jinping, and all these people. The Lord gonna strike through many kings, man. He gonna wound the heads over many countries. Klaus Schwab and all these motherfuckers. Angela Merkel, she's out of there, but Bezos and them, Daddy Rothschild, all them, they're gonna be pierced through. He shall drink of the brook in the way, therefore he shall lift up the head, man. All right, Psalms 87 verse 1, it says, his foundation is in the holy mountains. A psalm for the sons of Korah. Okay, this is another Korah, not number 16 Korah, but another Korah. Which actually, when you look up the word Korah, it's actually pretty interesting when you look at that name. It's called Omen Nomen, name prediction. Well, the name of Korah is actually mentioned. The definition goes into being bald. The word says bald. Korah equals bald. Third son of Esau, okay, son of Izar, So there's a few mentions of Korah's sons of Eliphaz, a Duke of Edom, one of the sons of Hebron. So this is talking about one of the sons of Hebron that was mentioned in Psalms 133 and 3. It says the sons of Hebron, the dew fell upon him, right? His foundation is in the holy mountains and the holy government of Israel. The Lord loved the gates of Zion more than the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of thee, O city of God, Selah. I will make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know me. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. And of Zion it shall be said, this and that was born in her, and the highest himself shall establish her. The Most High himself is going to establish her. And the Lord shall count when he writeth up the people. The Lord is writing up the people right now. The Lord is writing you up, man. Okay, well, he's in the book of life. The Lord shall write, when he writeth up his people, that this man was born there, Selah. When he writes your name in the book of life, you're going to say, yes, this is one of my chosen right here, in whom I am well pleased. As well as the singers on the players of instruments shall be there. All my springs are in thee. All my glory I'll give to you, man. Okay, the excellency is over Israel. The Lord's excellency is over Israel. His excellency is in the clouds, but his power is over Israel, man. Ascribe ye strength, Psalms 68 and 34. Ascribe ye strength unto the Most High, for his excellence over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. O Most High, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The power of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people, man. Unto his people. Okay, so Psalms 87 and verse 6, I will 5, it says, out of Zion shall be said, this and that man was born in her, and the highest himself shall establish her. For the Lord shall count when he writeth up the people that this man was born there. Selah. I have citizenship in the kingdom. You have citizenship. Your lot is amongst the saints of the Most High, as the scriptures say. Okay. Blessed is that man that his lot is amongst the saints of the Most High, which be the first fruits of the kingdom, which will, Lord willing, be you, prisoner of hope. Okay, for the Lord has woken you up to his secrets. It says Psalms 116 and verse 13. It says, I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Most High, and I will pay my vows unto the Lord in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Revelation 11, chapter 8 verse on down. It says, their body shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was exed out, crucified. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of all his saints. O Lord, truly I am thy servant, and the son of thy handmaid, and thou hast loosed my bonds. I will offer thee sacrifice of thanksgiving, and I will call upon the name of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. That's why it says that you shall publish this in the open, right? That others may fear and tremble, because you will pay your vows unto the Lord in the presence of his people. In the courts of the Lord's house, in the midst of Jerusalem, shall I praise thee, said the Lord. Right? So that's the way. Walk ye in it, man. Isaiah 30th chapter. This is the way. Walk ye in it, man. For in doing so, you shall save thyself and them that hear you, man. Psalms 87 and verse 5, and of it shall be said that this man was born here, and the highest himself shall establish her, and the Lord shall count, and when he writeth up the people, that this man was born there, and as well as the singers that's playing on the instrument shall be there. All my springs are in thee, man. That the heaven shall drop down dew unto you, man. Genesis 27, which I started with, which I shall close this one out with. Genesis 27, 26. And when his father Isaac said unto him, come near and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him, saying, see, this is the smell of my son, which is the smell of a field, which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore the Most High give thee the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine, and let the people serve thee. and nations bow down unto thee. Be thou Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down unto thee. Let Esau bow down to you, man. And cursed be everyone that curseth you, and bless he that blessed thee, man. It says, and it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, for his brother, that Esau his brother, came in from hunting. Okay, so the blessing, the birthright, always for you. Okay, he said, cursed be he that cursed thee, and blessed he that blessed thee, man. Because Israel is a supplanter, but ultimately, our people were always meant to get this. The Lord don't make mistakes. Oh, he tricked them out the birth. No, he didn't trick anybody. The Most High set it up, man, the way it's supposed to be. Okay. So, anyways, with that, Lord, one edifying to the elect, call him like Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, to the apostles, a great millstone, learn his truth, and citations, and peace to the elect. Shalom. Shalom.